But my 1 minute, let's get down some crazy praise. Some people going through some stuff right now, but I dare to tell them glory. I did open your mouth and shout glory. Yes, Lord. Come on, God, you ain't praising God. You're praising God, man, but you're praying. Come on, put those holy hands together. You got 49 seconds to go. Come on and bless him now. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Come on, tell him yes. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Oh, God. Oh, God. Come on, you got 20 seconds. Don't open your mouth. I need some real praises. I need some folk that don't mind giving God a crazy praise. Something about to happen right now. You got 10 seconds to give God your best praise. And while you're praising God, he's turning your midnight around. He's turning your deliver around. He's turning your situation around. He's releasing favor now. Don't have to wipe your front open your mouth. I dare you to go crazy. Yes, Lord. Oh, my God. Oh, everybody say amen. The word of the Lord in the book of, we're going to go to St. John, the 5th chapter. And then also the book of 1 Kings, the 30th chapter. St. John, the 5th chapter. Bless God, verses, amen, 3, amen, through 8, 9. And these lay a great multitude of impotent people. Now, it didn't say important, but it said impotent. Impotent means weakly, people that are sickly. Impotent folk, a blind, halt, withered, waiting for the moving of the water. For an angel went down a certain season into the pool and troubled the water. And whosoever then first after the troubling of the water stepped in was made whole of whatsoever disease he had. And a certain man was there which had an infirmity 38 years. Now some of y'all may have seen me on YouTube. You ever seen the preacher that slid on the floor? Anybody seen that video of the preacher that slid on the floor? That was me. That was me. You laughing at me. It went over 8 million views. Hello, y'all. I was in revival. The Lord did it. I mean, I slid from first day to way over there. God gave me an example. But let me read on. It said, and whosoever first after the trouble of the water stepped in was made whole of whatsoever disease he had. Tell somebody, said, the preacher is talking to me tonight. Tell him I'm going to be whole after this night. The Bible said, and a certain man was there which had an infirmity 38 years, and when Jesus saw him lie and knew that he had a long time in that case, he said unto him, wilt thou be made whole? The impotent man answered him, sir, I have no man. When the water is troubled, the word trouble means to be agitated. It means to be activated. It means to be stirred up. Tell somebody, say, activate your faith. To put me in the pool, but while I'm coming, another stepping down before me. Jesus said unto him, rise and take up thy bed and walk. And immediately the man was made whole and took up his bed and walked. On the same day was the Sabbath. Now the book of 1 Kings, right quick, the 30th chapter, verses 1 through 8, and then 16 through 20. And it came to pass when David and his men were come to Ziklag on the 3rd day, that the Amalekites had invaded the south, and Ziklag, and smitten Ziklag and burned it with fire, and had taken the women captive that were therein. They slew not any, either great or small, but carried them away and went on their way. And so David and his men came to the city, and behold, it was burned with fire, and their wives and their sons and their daughters were taken captive. And David and the people that were with him lifted up their voice and wept until they had no more power to weep. And David 2 wives, boy, what a blessing. I'm sorry. Didn't catch that. David 2 wives, that's a blessing. But taken captive, Hinaham the Jezreelitess, and Abigail the wife of Nabal the Carmelite. And David was greatly distressed, for the people spake of stoning him, because the soul of all the people was grieved, every man for his sons and for his daughter. But David encouraged himself in the Lord his God. And David said to Abiathar the priest, Ahimelech's son, I pray thee bring me hither the ephod. And Abiathar brought hither the ephod to David. And David inquired of the Lord, saying, shall I pursue after this troop? Shall I overtake them? And he answered him, pursue, for thou shalt surely overtake them, and without fail recover all. Go down to verse 16. And when he had brought him to 20, when he had brought him down, behold, they were spread abroad upon all the earth, eating and drinking and dancing because of all the great sport that they had taken out of the land of the Philistines, out of the land of Judah. And David smote them from the twilight even until the evening of the next day. And there escaped not one of them, save 400 young men which rode upon camels and fled. And David recovered all that the Amalekites had taken care of the way. David recovered his 2 wives, and there was nothing lacking to them, neither small nor great, neither sons nor daughters, neither spoil nor anything that they had taken to them. David recovered all, and David took all the flocks and the herds, and they drave them before those other cattle and said, this is David's spoil. Let's look at verse 18. And David recovered all. Do me a favor, look at somebody and say, neighbor, believe it or not, you shall recover. Tell somebody again, you shall recover. Have a seat for a moment. Have a seat if you don't mind. I think the musician, just hold on for a minute. I really believe this. That